Hard tooling is necessary to convert flat or coiled metals into deep-drawn enclosures or cans. This tooling is called punches, dies, sleeves, pressure pads, hold-downs, knockouts, etc. Most deep-drawn enclosures require multiple press operations to go from a flat piece of metal to the net shape. This includes rounds, squares, or rectangles. The first operation, blanking and drawing, turns the flat raw material into a shallow bowl shape. Each successive operation reduces the diameter of the part and increases the depth. Hudson processes its enclosures in 3 basic types of forming operations. The first is stage tooling, the second is progressive die tooling, and the third is transfer press tooling. The types of tooling used are based on quantities of parts that are to be produced as well as pricing expectations. Stage tooling. The stage tool process is the option that offers the lowest tooling costs of the 3 options, although the highest piece part costs as well. In the stage tooling process, the tooling for each operation is placed into an individual press. Each consecutive operation is set up the same way in a separate press. Between some of these forming operations, the parts will have to be cleaned and annealed. All of the parts made at Hudson are cold formed, no induced heat. As the parts are formed, they get work hardened. The parts can only be formed so much before the work hardening will not allow the cans to be further processed unless the hardening is removed. The parts must be annealed. Annealing is a process where the parts are put into a furnace. The parts are heated to and held at a certain temperature for a period of time, then cooled or quenched at a measured rate. Now the parts are malleable or softened and can be further worked in a press. These operations repeat until the can has reached its final shape. The number of times the parts will need to be annealed depends on the depth of the draw, the type of material, and number of operations required to achieve its final shape and tolerances. Progressive die tooling. Progressive die tooling, prog die, is more expensive than stage tooling, but the piece price is lower. Progressive tooling is designed to run higher volume parts than stage tooling, more than 50,000 a year. In progressive tooling, all of the tooling needed to complete the part is put into one die set, which is then installed into a single press. The strip of metal is pulled progressively through each set of tools that defines each operation in the press. In the final operation, the finished part is cut away from the strip of metal and is ejected from the press. Transfer press tooling. Like progressive die tooling, transfer tooling is used for higher volume parts. The major difference between prog tooling and transfer tooling is that in transfer tooling, the part is separated from the strip of metal on the first operation. It relies on an automated transfer mechanism to move the part through each of the forming operations in the die set. Tooling is an essential component for manufacturing deep-drawn metal components. Hudson controls all of the design of tooling used in-house. Our customers pay a one-time tooling charge at the beginning of the project, 50% at the time of order and 50% upon first article acceptance. Hudson will store, maintain, and refurbish the tooling at no additional charge for as long as the project is running and the part design does not change. The end customer owns the tooling. There are several other metal forming options at Hudson Technologies. Hudson Catalog Products. Hudson has over 15,000 different shapes and sizes of enclosures in our catalog that can be ordered with no tooling costs. There is a minimum order dollar amount. Our catalog products, as with everything made at Hudson, is made to order. Hudson does not carry stock on catalog products. All catalog products are manufactured using the stage tooling process. Modification or mod tooling. This is tooling to modify the can, such as piercing different hole shapes. Mod tooling can be minimized by the recent acquisition of a 5-axis laser to cut the modifications into the cans. Diaphragm tooling. Specialized tooling has been developed at Hudson to stamp and form thin foil metals into precision-shaped diaphragms used in edge-welded bellows or pressure transducer type applications. Diaphragms are manufactured using metal-to-rubber or metal-to-metal tooling. Please feel free to contact us at any time to discuss your project and tooling needs. We look forward to partnering with you on your next design.